That's how you get me back on board, man. That's how you do it. He had every reason to screw that game up yesterday. We left half of our lineup on the bases at least twice. You found a way to get a win against those Yankees yesterday. You did it with, I think, the best pitcher in baseball. Like, we're going to have that discussion today about Emmanuel Clase. He is doing things over and over again. Yeah, you know, Tariq Skubal and all that. Look at the team that Tariq Skubal pitches on, man. It's going to be criminal, absolutely criminal, when Emmanuel Clase doesn't win the Cy Young. I've got Cy Young rankings this morning from CBS Sports. They include Emmanuel Clase. Who's he got to go up against? We got to discuss that. It was a great win from the Guards yesterday to get it done in extra innings. Our guy Lane Thomas, finally. Hopefully that's something that starts to get him going just a little bit for this team. We have a lot of Guards to talk about this morning. One win, man, gets you right back on board. So we got to talk about that. It always feels good beating the Yankees. We got plenty of football to dive into this morning. Noah Wisecott's going to join us right here on the top of the show in a couple of minutes. A lot of questions for Noah on, I think, what was a really interesting day out in Berea yesterday. We'll hear from Kevin Stefanski on Watson, the other starters that are going to play. Amari Cooper. Kevin Stefanski said he was going to practice yesterday. Then all of a sudden he didn't. You know the first thing I thought of, Ryan? I was like, oh, was he getting pulled? He's not getting traded. That's over. That's done. But I thought it was interesting about Cooper, so we got to have that discussion. We'll hear from Stefanski because a great question was asked. How much does the offensive line impact Watson playing or not? So we'll get to that coming up. A close bracket. Dazed and confused, man. That's got some push on our favorite school-related movie. Right now, American Pie has taken the lead on Dazed and Confused. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. You got to go vote at Matt Fontana Show. Drop a follow there. And even the other one's close. Animal House has a slight lead over Fast Times and Billy Madison, who are tied in second. And again, American Pie. I didn't even vote for Dazed and Confused, Ryan, because I just thought that it was going to get the win. So go vote at Matt Fontana Show. Another big day for the Grid. We'll get to Time Up. We'll get to the morning update. We got it all for you right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Good morning. Happy to have you alongside. Appreciate you following X, Twitter, at Matt Fontana Show. We're up on YouTube, always streaming on Twitch, and drop a follow on the Instagram when you can. We'll have Noah here in a couple of minutes to recap. I think a really interesting day out there in Berea yesterday with some of the things Stefanski had to say. We gear up for the preseason finale. But we got to start with the Guards, man. They lighted up there in extra innings. Emmanuel Clase. To come out there with that, not even just shutting down the ninth and doing it on, 9 pitches to allow him to come back out for the 10th. Every single time I see extra innings, I hate that second runner, man. I can't stand it. And, you know, Clase, just the wizardry that it was. And again, the Guardians. Rocchio showing the hell up, man. Good bunt. You got to convert there, man. That's all right. We got the win. I'm not going to complain about it. But what Emmanuel Clase did yesterday, phenomenal. And I think he didn't get a save yesterday. And I know that is probably the biggest metric of him to try to make this push for Cy Young. And listen, you, me, and everybody, we know it's going to be an uphill battle for him. It's going to be really hard for him to get up there and probably overtake Tyrese Skubal, who is the favorite. And again, I've got this list from CBS Sports, you know, Corbin Burns and Logan Gilbert and, Seth Lugo. And those guys are on good teams, right? I just come back to, I don't know a pitcher that matters more to their team. And I really think is just the most unhittable pitcher in baseball right now than Emmanuel Clase. And he's not doing it over 6 innings. He's not doing it because that award has become a starter's award. He is the best pitcher in baseball. He really is. And that is what the Cy Young is supposed to be. He's trying to do something that hasn't been done since Eric Gagne over 20 years ago. I think the biggest thing about Clase and why he should be in this is there truly a runaway favorite? And I get it because according to stats, and again, they talked about this a lot on CBS Sports, Tyreek Skubal, he's got a giant lead on WAR and Fangraphs, and he's 14-4. He leads the majors in ERA, pacing the AL in strikeouts and strikeout. I get it. All those metrics are great. He plays on a bad baseball team. He plays on a team that's not even going to make the playoffs. That'd sway my voting. And I know I'm a Guardians fan. I watch Emmanuel Clase probably as much, again, we do in Cleveland. I'm talking about the people that vote on it. I'd give him a real push, man. And I guess, would it be, I thought about this as our question for this morning. Would it be okay if he just finished in the top 3? Like, are you just okay with him finishing in the top 3? Does he have to win it for you? Because again, he's climbing this mountain of having to do it as being a reliever, and he'll win that. Did they used to call it the Rolaids relief, man? You remember that one because it was about putting out fires or whatever it was. What was that? The relief AL reliever of the year? Is it still called the? Oh no. They have very aptly renamed it the Mariano Rivera Award, as they should, in the AL, and then Trevor Hoffman in the NL. Okay, so they got rid of the Rolaids part of it. And it's also, I have the list up here that, going back to 2014 when they started this award, and Emmanuel Clase might have deserved it. He had more blown saves last year, I guess. But it's almost like one of those things. He's so good, he's got to win that award eventually. I think that's done. He's locked that up as the best reliever. And if they want to look at it and say Cy Young is the best starter in baseball, sure. Am I going to get my underwear in a crunch over this? Not necessarily. I'm just talking about how good Emmanuel Clase has been. You know it. I know it. We've seen it. And I want to see him get a little bit of love for the Cy Young. Is he actually going to get it? We'll find out towards the end of the year. That was a big win for the Guards last night, though. I think, you always love beating the Yankees, man. You always love taking it down in the Yankees. Can I admit something, though, watching the game yesterday, Ryan?
Yeah, we got to get to know it, though.
Oh, is he there? I'm sorry. I thought I was waiting for the blip.
I can't get the camera to work. It's on me, not him.
Okay, all good. So Noah is there.
Audio, yes.
We have audio with Noah. Noah, I'm sorry. I didn't even know you were there. Let's transition. Let's go. Well, Noah, I'll ask you, what did you think of the Guardians game last night and Emmanuel Clase winning the Cy Young? What'd you think?
I was so close to turning it off so many different times there at the end. I was like, I can't do this.
Right.
They left so many guys on, and then I just ended up watching it, and I'm glad I did.
There you go. Noah Weisskopf, Browns with Noah on Twitter, Instagram. We got a lot. I know you got to run, man, so a couple minutes. We really appreciate your time. Deshaun Watson situation. I made the proclamation. I have to have him play on Saturday. Stefanski seems like he was backing it down a little bit, where he's like, we'll make that decision later. What's your vibe, your take on this whole thing with the Watson situation, and do you think he's actually going to play Saturday?
Yeah, so Kevin was pretty adamant last week about saying that the plan is for Deshaun to play, right? And I think he got a lot of Browns fans excited, amped to see him out there for at least a quarter. And he sort of reeled it back a little bit, right? Like, he sort of admitted that this tackle situation is a real concern. And it really does matter in terms of playing Deshaun. Last year, Deshaun played in the last preseason game. I think it was for about 20 snaps the first quarter. And he threw the ball a couple of times, got that little bit of rhythm. But, this year, it's going to be a little different because there is a chance that he doesn't play. I think it really does depend on how the tackle situation shakes out through the rest of the week. And I think that offensive line in general, usually in the preseason last year, I don't think we saw Bitonio for sure didn't play. So that's another hit to the offensive line. I don't think Amari Cooper played last year, although I could be wrong. Miles did not play. So there's going to be guys that won't play again this year, but we'll see, right? And I don't know exactly who's going to be in, who's going to be out in terms of the offensive line. But I do think that really matters, and I think that it's going to be taken day by day, and we'll probably get an announcement later this week.
The relief on Ryan. He's got your camera work. I'm going to pull you up here in a second. No, we really appreciate it. No, Weisskopf, Browns, no, OBR. Amari Cooper, you mentioned. Am I wrong, Noah, when I heard Kevin say he's practicing and then he didn't? Like, something went off in my brain, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Your read on that situation, if there isn't even, is there even a situation there? I thought that was really weird yesterday.
It was weird, and I don't think there's a situation. However, he did go out to walk through walkthroughs, but didn't participate in practice itself. So he went out later with the other injured players, went through walkthroughs, then didn't participate. So I'm sure they'll ask Kevin up there what the deal was with that. We'll see if we can get an answer. If not, I'd just say nothing to worry about.
To the offensive line, I know, we got the updates. Denningy's going to be out for a while. Fetty should be back. Hudson, all that. No, I've been running through that free agent list, and I know Donovan Smith is out there as probably the best. He's played all right in Kansas City a year ago. I would think maybe a 1 year, $6-7 million might get him in. Is that something that we need to start pulling the trigger on? Because I also saw this morning where we go back to Barry, I think from weeks ago, months ago, and he's like, oh yeah, Jed Wills, Jack Conklin should be ready to go for week 1. No, this Jed Wills thing stinks. Something just is not right with this whole thing. And I know that if you go get a guy like Donovan Smith, that's like, dude, you're paying him to play, and start. You don't want to bring him here, rotate these guys on and through. I don't know. Just how concerned are you with that left tackle situation, or even the tackles in general?
Yeah, I don't think I would be honestly surprised if both Conklin and Wills started week 1. I would be shocked.
Wow.
Those are the 2 tackles. I think DeJuan is going to be one of those guys. And honestly, if I had a guess, I'd say that Wills would probably, in my eyes, be more likely to start week 1 than Conklin. I think Conklin's going to start the year on the PUP list, and DeJuan will be your other starting tackle. So that sort of diminishes the entire debate we were having earlier on in the summer of you have 3 starting caliber tackles, who's going to start. I think there's only going to be 2. In terms of free agents, I think if they were to make a splash, I feel like that already would have happened. They knew what situation they were in. This is nothing new for them. I don't know if they're necessarily in on a starting caliber type player, because then there's going to be another issue once those guys get healthy. I think that a depth position or a depth move might be the best idea at that position. Maybe a depth tackle that they've had in for tryouts recently. Something like that could be in the works if they need it, but I don't think that a starting caliber offensive tackle would be realistic at this point, although they could do it and then figure it out from there.
No, why Scott Browns with no Twitter, Instagram. The other transactional kind of news, I guess, coming from Zach Jackson, The Athletic, was apparently Dorian Thompson-Robinson's getting sniffed around. And I know your take. I read that even from Zach's reporting. It sounds like the Browns are maybe engaging in some of this to gauge some other teams' interest. And I'm a giant Dorian Thompson-Robinson fan, man. I was through the roof when they drafted him last year. I was like, yes, I love this flyer. I love the physical skills. And I saw that path of him being a potential backup for another couple of years. And we've seen flashes. Now I've kind of shifted where if Watson is the guy, which we all hope that he still is, okay, you can find me another backup quarterback somewhere. If Watson's not, we're pulling the ripcord here, and it's wide open. And I guess maybe you'd like to think that maybe DTR could be your starter, but I think at more of that point, it's a clean wash. You're going out and getting a veteran and drafting a rookie. I guess I just see this path opening up that DTR is potentially moved. Would you trade him away if somebody came calling with a 5 maybe or something like that?
I'll start with what I think will happen. I think that they'll end up keeping him.
Okay.
It seems like they do this every offseason with at least one of their backups, right? We saw Dobbs leave last year for a 5th, which everyone thought was crazy that they got a 5th for a guy that played 1 to 2 preseason games and played really well. I don't think they'll end up trading Dorian. I think that they trust him and they are comfortable with him being in a backup role, whether that's the 2nd or 3rd string, and trying to develop him. I think there's even some packages you could get crazy with on the field in the regular season to sneak him in there. I think that Tyler Huntley's the most likely guy to be traded like that. But I think the Browns are always listening, especially with that backup position. They want to continue getting value out of it like they did with Dobbs. And if the right offer comes along and something they can't refuse, sort of like what happened last year, then I don't see a reason in which they shouldn't take it. But I see both sides, right? If they move him, you have those 3 veteran quarterbacks that you're going to have there. You have Tyler Huntley, who is a Pro Bowler, someone that's played well when he's been thrown into the mix. Jameis, we obviously know what he can do, and then Deshaun. So I see both sides, but I think ultimately they end up keeping DTR and then have him as that 3rd quarterback behind Jameis.
Knows we're getting down final game, but we know roster cuts are around the corner. Anybody you've been keeping your eye on, kind of watching to say this guy has really made this push to make the team, or maybe even the hardest positions to try to fill out. I think the toughest thing, though, is you've had so many starters and guys that you know are going to make the 53. They've not been out there practicing, so I guess that's good that we've gotten so many other guys kind of in the rotation, but as we're getting closer to roster cuts, maybe where's your eye leaning?
Yeah, I'd say tight end is I'm really intrigued to see what they do, because we know that David Njoku, Jordan Akins are going to be the top two guys. Usually they have a bunch of tight end bodies in camp and then have one guy get that third spot. This year, there's only two others that are fighting for one spot. It's an undrafted guy from Wyoming, Trayton Welch, and then Zaire Mitchell-Payton, who's been here for years now, bouncing from the practice squad. So I think that he's made real strides. We saw him lead the team in receiving last week, Zaire, and he's gotten so much better at catching the ball. He's been such a good blocker ever since he's been here. And now with his body size, being able to go up and grab the ball, which we've seen him display this camp and preseason, I think he's making a push and could ultimately make his first 53.
And Zaire Mitchell-Payton, man, he's like a statue, man. He's jacked. Yeah. He's a physical specimen out there. Yep. Plus Ricci, now with Harris back as the fullback, him playing a little H-back, all that kind of stuff is interesting. No, I know you got to fly. I really appreciate the time. I got to throw this at you because we're going to talk about it this morning. I'm not saying that Bleacher Report, they can get a little out there, man. Can I give you a trade that they put out this morning? The Browns send Amari Cooper, their first-round pick in 2025, and a fourth-round pick to the Cincinnati Bengals for Jamar Chase. Now, I think the Bengals hang that phone up and go jump in the lake. But Bleacher Report threw that out. So, no, I got to ask you, man, would you, if you were the Browns, I think we'd all probably say, yeah, pull that trigger, right?
Yeah, I'd probably say so. With the uncertainty of Amari Cooper in the future, you'd be able to it's almost like doing that Brandon Ayuk trade like on steroids.
Yeah, right.
It's like you would be paying Jamar Chase top of the dollar, but you'd be getting him for a long time, and he's one of the best in the league. So I think that would be a no-brainer probably for Cleveland, although it will be hard to separate from that first-round pick, the first one they've had in several years. But I think that if that was on the table in some world, then I think Cleveland would probably be open to doing that. And Cincinnati would probably be hanging up the phone.
I would imagine so, Noah, but I saw that on Bleacher Report. I was like, what? I was like, all right. No, we know you got to fly, man. I really appreciate your time this morning. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
Of course. Thanks to you.
There he goes. Noah Weisskopf. Dude, I wanted to talk about this a little later. I had to get Noah's take on it. So I'm scrolling through, and I saw it on SI. It was aggregated from Bleacher Report. Because you want to know what else they had, Ryan? A trade for CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, let me hear that one.
Okay, let me get the CeeDee Lamb one there for you. So, again, this was just Bleacher Report kind of, spitballing. And I think Cincinnati would in 2 seconds go absolutely not, Right. But it's interesting to see how that plays out. Now you've had this little traction with Jerry, and it sounds like him and CeeDee are back on the same page. This was from, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I should bring this up. It's kind of bullcrap. Well, Heavy.com. Do you know Heavy.com? Max Dibble of Heavy.com. To get CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
Next year's 1, a 2 after that.
A 2 the same year.
No. 2025 1, 2026 2.
Okay.
And Nick Chubb. Nope.
Yeah,
I feel like that kombucha chick. Like, no.
Football-wise?
No.
The Browns.
Football-wise, that's a good trade.
Yeah, that's a great trade.
It's not happening ever, though. Can I, real quick, I got to send this out to our Cincy boys.
That would be dumb. The Cowboys would be so stupid.
I've seen them do stupider things, man. You guys, I'm taking this. You guys taking this deal? At Bangalorean. How are those guys doing? Are they okay with everything going on?
Bangalorean went mini viral because he offered Jamar Chase his car if he signed yesterday. But that didn't happen.
You guys taking this deal? And I get it. Like, these are just kind of just throwing it up there. Just throwing it up. So I saw that this morning. 2 trade packages from and I think it kind of comes back to talking with Noah about Amari, where when he sat out of practice, I was like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, that was really confusing to me. I was really kind of taken aback on that. And honestly, it's weird that the first thing I thought of was like, are they keeping him out because there's a trade? I don't think so. You've gone this far. You're in this already. You tried for Ayuk. I get it. That's out there. There's nowhere to go, but I don't think anyway that these trades happen. I think it also swirls for the fact of that, yeah, CD and Jamar Chase still aren't paid. It sounds like the Cowboys are getting closer with CD. And I just don't think there's any way the Bengals are going to let Jamar Chase leave.
No,
I know they're poor. I know they don't have any money over there, but they'll find a way to make that.
Poverty shaming?
I probably shouldn't because I myself am probably in poverty, Ryan.
Me too.
Yeah, aren't we all, man?
Shout out college.
Do you ever see that thing that, you know, when you grew up and you made it sound like your parent, like your friend's parents, when they made $100,000, that seemed like a lot of money. You know, you have to make $300,000 in today's money for that to equal the same thing.
Yeah, dude. If you don't have kids though, you could live off of like $40,000.
Oh, trust me. I know. I understand that, but it's like when you thought your friend's parents were doing well, and they're like, oh yeah, they make six figures. You'd have to make $300,000 for that to equal the same amount.
Yeah,
that
no,
was
I get what
at least for me in the 90s. It's probably even different for
down.
you. Yeah, you're a little different than me. But yeah, sorry, I don't mean to poverty shame the TV selling Cincinnati Bengals down there, but I think those deals will get done. This probably, I didn't even want to bring these up, but they were just, I clicked on them, I saw them. It's clickbait. That's not happening. There's no way that's happening. The Bengals would laugh in your face. Cooper a 1 and a 4. No.
No, they wouldn't.
Unless they really are like, no, we're going to keep taking. I feel pretty confident. There is no way that the Bengals are getting rid of Jamar Chase. Right now, it's like he's missed training camp. Okay, fine. I don't think you actually need him out there. And I saw a tweet from James Rapine yesterday. It was Enter the Jungle Tuesday night. And James had a tweet, which is a little shocking to me. You know, Joe Burrow just completed his first normal training camp in the NFL. Came in as a rookie, which is never easy. Hurt. Yeah. Here you go. This is his first one that he hasn't had any like real issues. So the Bengals are primed. We know that. But yeah, I was like, man, are we getting a little nuts on that? All right, I want to do some more football coming up. We got baseball. I have to correct myself. Emmanuel Clase did win the AL Reliever of the Award in 2022. Okay. I was looking at the NL list because I saw Craig Kimbrell. I was like, oh yeah, you know the guy from the Red Sox? No. So here it is. Felix Bautista won it last year. Then Clase. Liam Hendricks went back-to-back. Chapman, Diaz, Kimbrell, Zach Britton, Andrew Miller when he was on the Yankees, and Greg Holland. So here's where Clase will join. He's going to join a list of actually a lot of guys that have won it twice. Josh Hader has won 3, and then there's a giant list of guys that have won 2. And Emmanuel Clase will certainly join that list after this season. So we got baseball to come up in a little bit. I want to keep talking a little football this morning. Yesterday, let's hear from Kevin Stefanski. So Stefanski, after a lot, and again, I know he doesn't play games with the media. He's not one of those kind of coaches, right? But he's very close to the vest, and they don't like letting things out. And here we are, just all assuming, hey, we're on this track. Deshaun and the starters, they'll be out there Saturday against the Seahawks. But oh, wait, maybe backpedaling just a little bit. This was Kevin Stefanski yesterday asked the question, what is the plan for Deshaun Watson? Is he still going to play on Saturday? Here's Kevin Stefanski, audio courtesy of the Browns.
So all of our starters should expect to play, and then we'll determine who does or doesn't, how many plays they do. Like I told you guys, in particular with Deshaun, I want to take in all the information this week and really make a final determination later in the week.
So it sounds like today's practice might be important. I don't know. And this probably is going to be something that maybe he tells Watson on Friday, like they're going to be in Seattle. Maybe they announce it sometime during the day on Saturday. We'll see. Now, the next question is, how much does the offensive line play into your decision of Watson playing or not, specifically the left tackle? Here's what Stefanski had to say about that from yesterday, courtesy of the Browns.
I think all things factor into every decision for all of our players, truthfully. We go player by player, and what we're trying to figure out is what do they need to get ready for a 17-game season. That's really every determination is based specifically on that player.
Now, again, Stefanski in another part said he doesn't feel like Watson needs to take a hit, was the question, before he gets ready to go for the season. Ryan, I need Deshaun Watson to get ready for the 17-game schedule, right? And I'm not talking about the whole game. I'm not even talking about near halftime. You play him a quarter, I'm fine. That's good. That's what I'm asking for on Saturday. But I thought that was the interesting part where he said, what does each player need to get ready for the 17-game schedule. Now, the other issue in this is it is a domino effect, right? Does Joel Bitonio need to play Ryan to get ready for the season? Yep. Absolutely not. Does Wyatt Teller need it? Probably not. But you need them out there if Watson plays. If Watson plays, there's your domino falling. There's Bitonio, there's Posick. I think DeJuan Jones would play no matter what. Here comes Joel Bitonio. Then probably, well, if you're going to put him out there, why would you not put David Njoku out there? Why would you not put Jerry Jeudy out there? I wonder, too, if this Cooper twist, can I get you on the conspiracy theory? What if Cooper sitting out of practice yesterday is leaning one way or the other? Now, you would say, oh, him sitting out means Amari Cooper isn't going to play. What if I tried to say he sat out because he is going to play on Saturday?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what if he sat out because they said, dude, you're Amari Cooper. You don't need to be out there. But here you go. And we'll get you out of this practice to get you ready to go for Saturday. That I would then think leans towards Deshaun Watson getting in there. Final thing, Kevin Stefanski, how much does Watson's opinion matter on the decision to play him on Saturday, courtesy of the Browns?
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's kind of our players I have a very good relationship with these guys where they should feel comfortable talking through those type of things. I think all of our players like playing football, so they enjoy the competition part of this. But we listen to our players and we make decisions.
I would wonder what that answer is for Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with what Kevin Stefanski is saying. You got to talk to your guys. Like if Myles Garrett was really adamant that he wanted to play, I would throw him out there. With Watson, it does come back to, do you feel, see, like that's hard because I almost want him to have the same answer as me. You know, when you go fishing for an answer from somebody and you're like, please let your answer sync up with what I want.
It's confirmation bias.
Exactly. Thank you. I want the confirmation bias from Watson to confirm what I want to do, and that's play him. That's play him. And am I trying to blow this up into something? No. I need him ready for game 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. I need him ready to go for the season. But I would just think Watson himself would want to be out there. And it's more about the confidence. It's more about getting back in the flow of things. Those guys know more about how much work they got done in practice and this and that. I understand all that, Ryan, but I look at it and I just say this, man, I need him out there. And if you got to put your other guys out there, so be it. You can't assume people are going to get hurt. You got to go out there and play the game to get them ready for that. And you have plenty of other time for other guys to get in. There's a world that you might even want Jameis Winston to get a couple more snaps because you would think, okay, Jameis played game 1, went through the joint practices, didn't play in game 2. Jameis Winston, if everything goes right, shouldn't see game action for a long time. I'd probably throw him in there too. And at that point, get the rest of the linemen out there, get your backups in there, and you play it out from there. But I just thought it was interesting about Stefanski backing it up. Let's go into his head for a second. Why? Why would you now all of a sudden start to back up on the Deshaun Watson thing? And I think the answer is the offensive tackle situation. I do. Now, my comeback is you got 4 of your 5 starters out there. I think Noah's correct on that. I think Jack Conklin starts on PUP or Jed Wills. DeJuan Jones is going to start for this football team game 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. I bet my bottom dollar, which if you saw some of my bets lately is not very much anymore. Who was the idiot that said take the under yesterday?
That was you. Well, it would have smacked.
It was looking good for a while.
Guardians didn't just go off in the extras.
All right, so I can tell you what happened yesterday. I'm watching the game. I had the under 8.5. It was 6, runs, 3-3 for a long time. We got to the 8th, and I was like, this smells of extra innings. And I said extra innings equals runs. I cashed out. I made 16 cents yesterday.
Nice.
Can't go broke taking a win.
No, you can't. Vegas hates you right now.
I cashed it out,
Vegas
and I
is
knew
so
it was
mad
going to
at you.
happen. Now our parlay busted. So actually, I technically lost $4.84 because I bet $5 on our parlay. And everything hit. Dude, what did I tell you about Luis Gil? Under.
Yeah.
Easy. Ramirez eventually got his hit, but the under was smashed there.
I told you to add a Lane Thomas hit.
Yeah, you weren't. Dude, if I had just done Lane Thomas instead of Jose Ramirez. Oh, no. Jose got one, too. It was the under that snuffed me out there.
Yeah.
But if I were to bet my bottom dollar, what the hell did I start on that about? About the tackle situation. I would bet my bottom dollar. DeJuan Jones is a starting offensive lineman for you.
Right.
And then you would figure out frankly, I think between a rotation of Bitonio, Wills, and Conklin, one of them is going to play left tackle for you.
It's not Bitonio.
I hope not.
I promise you that.
I'm
There's
not
no way.
cutting my nose off to spite my face here. I want to leave him at left guard. I don't like that. I've never liked that. And I think it's, here I am trying to play offensive line coach. Can't you just, for a little while, live with your left tackle not being all that? You know what I mean? Why not just have, say, 4 of your 5 starting linemen are solid? Let's just run to the right. Let's just keep to the right. I get it. The blind side, it's a premier position. Can't you just find a way to kind of mask that for a little while? And like Noah said, you go get a free agent. You are in that. You're going down that path. It's not, you can't dip your toe in and say, well, we just want Donovan Smith for a couple of weeks. You got to deal with what you got here. But I would imagine the course correction here from Kevin Stefanski has got to be the offensive line. And
should that be our question today?
I love that. Is the offensive line a good enough reason to not play Watson? I love that. Oh, good. What's your question?
I was going to say more so, I was going to word it as, would you be upset if Watson doesn't play Saturday?
I like that too. Put that up. At Matt Fontana Show, drops a file. Vote on our bracket, which was very close. If Dazed and Confused doesn't advance, I might I just might pull rank here and just say it's got to advance. Dude, it's getting smoked. Dazed and Confused is down 5 percentage points to American Pie.
Makes no sense. Dazed and Confused is way better than American Pie.
1,000% better. Hang on. I gotta hang on. Dazed and Confused cannot lose to American Pie. Please flood the votes and get Wooderson, or I should say, and get Randall, Pink Floyd to the finals. Come on, man. Speaking of Dazed and Confused alumni, Ben Affleck back in the...
Alumni.
Well, he is. He was in the movie. O'Banion. Fred O'Banion. I loved looking up all their first names. Like David Wooderson. God, who was the stoner kid? Rory, what's his name? Rory Cochran. Hang on. Here you go. Here we go on Dazed and Confused. Randall Pink Floyd, we know. Simone Kerr was his girlfriend that he was cheating on with Wiley Wiggins' sister. Michelle Burrows, Mila Jovovich. Kevin Pickford, Ron Slater. That's it. Roy Cochran played Ron Slater. I tell you what, if I ever need to go into witness protection or if I ever create a burner, I might go with Ron Slater as my burner there. Mike Newhouse was Adam Goldberg, who got beat up by Nicky Cat. Tony Olson, Don Dawson. I love Donnie. Cynthia Dunn, Siobhan Wright. Jody Kramer was Mitch's older sister. Benny, Cole Hauser, Mitch Kramer, Carl Burnett, Hirschfelder, Fred O'Banion, Melvin Spivey. God, that's going to lose. That's going to lose to American Pie. You want to know why? Because there's nudity in American Pie. And there's people that just, that one chick when he was in the room and just people freak out about it.
Yeah.
That can't happen, man. A young Renee Zellweger in that movie? Come on.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
It can't lose. There's no way that can lose. There's no way.
It's not looking good.
There's no way. Drew came back and he said, we need offensive tackles. So he said he'd trade Jackson Carman for Myles Garrett, said call it into the league. I asked the our guys down in Cincinnati if they take that deal. We get Jamar Chase. We give him Cooper a 1 and a 4. Taking that deal. All the Browns fans are like, yep, do that. Yeah. Yep, probably. Yep. Jake, shout out to Jake Furtz. He goes, I'll answer for those guys. Hell no. I know. Hell no. I'll tell you what. I'll go back to Skyline. In fact, I will cater our golf outing.
Ew.
With Skyline.
No.
If the Bengals accept that trade. I'll do that. I'll bite that bullet. I will cater our golf outing. Look at these hats, man. Woo! Hang on. I got to get the...
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They're very nice, man.
I got mine on right now.
Folks, you sign up for our golf outing. You potentially could get Scott. That's just me. I'm just talking crap. Our golf outing's coming up August 31st. Little Mountain. Man, this plastic is not easy to get off.
No, it wasn't.
You come on out. You get a hat. Also, can I tell everybody about the tumblers? Did you see those back there? There's tumblers and there's soft-sided coolers.
Oh, yeah, the coolers.
Yeah, man, we got some swag for it. Come on out. August 31st. We'll be at Little Mountain. There it is. Foursomes are available still. BigPlay.com takes you right to the event page right there. Foursomes are available. Charity activations still available. Get signed up with that. All the swag, all the food. You get lunch, you get dinner, the garage beers. You get to meet all of us. It's going to be a great time. So we'll see you out there August 31st at Little Mountain. Go to BigPlay.com to get your swag. Dude, I tell you this, man. As much as I've been, as many outings as I've played in, you know the two things, well, I'll say three things. The course, which it's Little Mountain, man. Come on now. One of the finest courses in Northeast Ohio. Then what always does it for me for outings, so you sit there and it's like, it's $250 a golf, right? I understand. $1,000 a foursome. The swag and the food. The swag and the food. Am I getting some cool stuff? You show up and like, oh, here's a sleeve of golf balls. Nah, man, we got you hooked up. We got you hooked up with some really cool stuff. And then also all the people that are going to be there, including somebody I'm not allowed to say is going to be there, but you know who's going to be there. Talking about Ryan. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. We have celebrities showing up. And again, you're on the course, the food, the swag, it's all there. We'll see you there on August 31st with our golf outing. So... Never R. Williams. Dude, from Bleacher Report, come on now. And I get it. Like, this was just a speculation type of thing with all that. But I just thought, do you think get Cooper sitting out of practice, like, kind of reinvigorated this stuff? I don't know. I just thought it was crazy talking about these trades with the Browns. Couple other things to wrap up before we could do some Guardians here in hour one as well. This was interesting from Dan Graziano in that there's no question on the best division in football. Yes. And it is the AFC North. But they ranked all 8 of the divisions in football for this season coming up. What I wanted to see was the gap between 1 and 2. So here's what it is. The FPI rating. So the Football Power Index. And they come up with a rating system. And I'm trying to exactly see what this is. It's the power index, strength of schedule, offense, defense, special teams. It's meant to be a culmination of your ranking, right? So the Baltimore Ravens have a 4.8 FPI. That is third best in football. The Bengals, 3.3, which is 7th. We are only at 0.5, but that puts us at 14th. And the Steelers are 0, which is 17. So you can go into the negative on this thing. So we have an overall FPI of 8.6 as a division. Ryan, the second division in football is 2. We are at 8.6.
Yeah, that's insane.
The second one is at 2. And then just to go from 2 to 3, it goes from, wait a minute. Oh, so this is Dan's actual rankings versus like the FPI. So the second team overall is a 3.8. So I guess it's not that big, but still 8.5 to a 3.8.
It's the second NFC North.
So the second FPI is NFC North, but that's not Dan's second team. Okay, so again, number 1, that's right there. So again, Dan Graziano does his own ranking, also then based off the FPI. So we're at 8.6. There's no question. Dan writes, we'll go with the division in which every team has had a winning record last season and none had a negative FPI heading into the season. I disagree with a bit in the order in the division, going from Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. I wonder why. Maybe since you over Baltimore. Here's his write-up on the Browns. He said, I'm actually higher on the Browns than the FPI is, which ranks them as the second best defense in the league, but just the 23rd best offense. Maybe it's an offseason optimism, but I think the Browns made some changes on their offense that are going to be significant and beneficial for Deshaun Watson. Although their tackle situation crisis happening early in this year has some negativity to it, he's high on the Browns. The second best team for Dan, would you like to guess? So again, the FPI has the NFC North, which you're right. They're third. He does not have this as his second best division in football, though.
AFC or NFC?
NFC.
got to be, West?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
San Francisco has the best FPI. Rams 13th, Seattle 21st, Arizona 23rd. But as he writes, you think Arizona is going to be a little bit better. We'll see Seattle. Third best division, according to Dan, is the NFC North. Fourth best is the AFC South, which is interesting because they just get drugged down by the Titans. But also, the Colts entering this season only have the 20th best FPI. And that's like a lot of, they got to prove some stuff there. Then fifth is the AFC East, which I thought might be a little higher. Bills are 5, Dolphins 11, Jets 12, but the Patriots are second to last. The sixth best division, according to Dan, is the NFC East. Dallas is 6, Philly is 8, Washington 28, Giants 29. Then at 7 is crazy that the AFC West, with Kansas City with the second best FPI, Chargers 18, Raiders 24, and the Broncos 30. And then the worst division in football is the NFC South. Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers. 15, 22, 26, and 32 overall for the NFC South. Anything, I think the AFC East should be a little bit higher. They're 5. I might flip them with the South. Is the East not better than the South in the AFC side of things? Again, Jets,
I think they're
Bills,
pretty equal.
Patriots suck. Dolphins. Let's take the two bad teams out.
I guess it's how you view the Bills this season.
Well, do you think the Colts are...
Well, you know my opinion on the Colts. I think they're going to win the South. So
you're talking about the Texans, the Colts, and the Jags versus the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Bills. How's that not the East?
I think it's probably a little closer than you're giving it credit.
I guess maybe. And then I would put the North ahead of the West. Again, I'm a big believer in the Packers. I think the Lions are going to be good.
I would as well.
I think the Vikings will be fine, and then it kind of comes back to what Caleb Williams is or isn't going to be there with the Bears. But I just want to run through it because obviously it was more, that article to me was more about how wide that gap was from the rest, from the AFC North to everybody else. And maybe how hard that's going to be and how tough that's going to be for us to make it, let alone wild card, all that. We'll see. It's going to be really hard to play it on out. A couple other football things. I wanted to get to college as well. They had the Big Ten preview coming out, which, again, it's like you basically take your pick between Oregon and Ohio State. We'll get to that. But we got to flip back to some guards, man. That win last night, I hope is this continuance of, like, unlocking something where you have this key stretch coming up, but you had some other guys step up, mostly Lane Thomas that I'm looking at, but you're reminded about that bullpen. And just now, it's like it's so hard to watch where Gaddis pitched, it was fine, got that pop out from Juan Soto, which was huge. Now you go to a game tonight where you're kind of worried about the bullpen. And you're not going to be able to use the full contingent of those guys to get ready to go tonight. Does that not put a lot of my guy, Joey Cantillo, who's been called up, he's going to make the start today for the guards going up against Nasty Nestor there? It's going to be a tough one for us tonight. But you got the win tonight. What I wanted them more. What a Nasty Nestor.
I want to do an anti-Nasty Nestor parlay today.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
At the end of the show, yeah.
So what? Okay, save that. So we'd probably take what? Under strikeouts, under innings, maybe a nerfy, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did I see the other day? If you had the nerfy, it was somebody had a home run in like the second pitch of the game. Like, well, there goes that nerfy.
I always remember the clip of earlier this season when Yoshinobu, that's how you say his last name?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, for the Dodgers, obviously. The game didn't even start yet. I think it was the Padres or something, or the Miami Marlins, I think it was. And they're like, the game hasn't even started yet, but Yamamoto. That's Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Like, Yamamoto's already on no-hitter watch. Like, they were hyping him up so much. First pitch of the game, Jazz Chisholm tapes him 400 feet.
Pop! Done. See you later. Get rid of that nerfy. Done. So, yeah, we can do the anti-nasty. You want to do that?
Yeah.
So we should just smatter hits. Take the under strikeouts,
God,
under everything for him.
He's such a weirdo.
He is kind of like, it's the stash. Because again,
he just looks so full of himself.
Well, I know. And then this herky-jerky pitching thing, whatever. Because I was going to say earlier, I was watching the game last night, And I dislike the Yankees. The Yankees are one of my most hated teams. I cannot stand them. But, man, those jerseys are clean. And especially when they're at home with the pinstripes. They got the thing with the no facial hair. That you can only have a mustache or sideburns. There's a legacy of that I appreciate and, like, borderline respect. But, yeah, that stash does not help, Nestor.
That would be a good question of, as a Guardians fan, who do you dislike more, the Yankees or the Red Sox? Because Jensen yesterday or Monday on the Big Big Cleveland show, he was saying about he would take Yankees fans all day over Red Sox fans.
See, I dislike the Yankees more. And I think we've run into the Yankees a little bit more recently. If you're talking about annoying fan bases, okay, here's my take on that. I'd love to get Jensen's thoughts on this. The Yankees are actually Yankee fans are actually what's the word I'm looking for? Vindicated for their snobbishness because they were awesome.
I'm about to post that question. I want to get people's opinions.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, I like that.
Do I say team/fans?
No, you got to ask which fan base is more annoying.
Okay.
The Yankees or the Red Sox? Because you know what I'm saying? Like the Yankees were actually like more recently like the best team. And I know the Red Sox won World Series and all that kind of stuff. But I guess I just look at a little bit more of a recent success with the Yankees. Like the Red Sox have been pretty bad. So
yeah, recency would be Yankees. They've taken us out of the playoffs 3 of the last 4
yeah,
times.
that's why I don't. I mean, I've always not liked the Yankees. I'm not saying that I don't root for any other team other than the Guardians. The Red Sox never bothered me. I don't know. There's something, they never bothered me. The Yankees bother me, though. I don't like them. And I think it's just, you're either a Yankee, it's one of those things. You're either a Yankees fan or you hate them. It's right. It's not like it's the White Sox. We're like, whatever with them. It's you either love them or you hate them. You're either a fan of the Yankees or you cannot stand them. There is no middle ground. I think Michigan is that way. Nobody has a mid-level opinion on the Michigan Wolverines. You either are a fan of them or you hate them.
I'm mid-level.
Why?
Because I'm not really that big of a Buckeyes fan.
But there's nothing about everything that's about them that's so scummy that you don't like.
Well, I get outside of this cheating scandal of recency.
I'm talking about even in general. There's just things about them that are annoying.
I think it's just overemphasized for you because you're a diehard Buckeyes fan.
Probably. Like, even Georgia. I'm mid on Georgia. I'll tell you, I'm mid on Alabama. As long as they're not playing Ohio State, I really don't care what they do.
Right.
Clemson, don't really care. But, like, Yankees fans, I don't know, I've been to New York, I've been to Boston. Because that comes back to, I think people assume Bostonians.
Bostonians, correct.
Shout out to the Bostonian. I hope he's well. Do you know about the Bostonian?
No.
Legacy sports radio caller for years. Talked to him forever. I got his number in my phone. I hope he's doing well. Would you not say that Bostonians are more annoying than Yankees fans? Or I'm sorry, New York.
I truthfully have not had many encounters with Yankees fans or Red Sox fans. I think Red Sox fans tend to. I mean, Boston in general, right? What's the most notorious, horrible, mean fan base in basketball? It's the Celtics.
Yeah, if you want to factor that in.
Like,
well, and then
the Patriots.
They're spoiled Patriots fans. I was going to say, they're the worst.
There's such a lineage of success throughout sports in Boston.
What is it? Like,
that gives them an inherent hatred.
Their longest stretch without a major championship in their town has been like 3 years. That's it. Because even the years the Patriots didn't win, you had the Bruins doing it. Like that freaking kid at all those parades holding this sign up. He goes, I'm 26 years old. I've seen 8 championships already. Go to hell. Eat your clam chowder, go jump in the lake or jump in the bay there and go to hell. So, like, I get it. They're snobby. Like, New York is really funny in the fact that New York sports in general have really not been all that good. The Jets, not good. Giants, not since Eli.
Right.
Sorry about the Islanders and the Rangers. I don't know about them. The Nets, not good. The Knicks have not been good.
Mets, not good.
Mets, not.
Yankees truthfully haven't won a chip since 09.
Right. It's been a long time. But, like, I guess I'm weird on, like, the Yankees of their snobbyism, whatever you want to call it. There was, like, they were validated, not vindicated. Validated was the word I was looking for.
Scott says it's the Boston accent for me.
Yeah, that does it, too. You see that guy on Instagram? His name's Kevin something, and he's got, I guess we need to get there. I don't know. He's got, like, hundreds of thousands of followers because all he does is videotape his wife and her horrible Boston accent.
That's all it takes these days.
Going to Dunkin' Donuts, and I can't even do the accent. It's so bad. You know, a hot to hot. That was one thing. Yeah, he sits, and it's all staged. Like his wife is yutzing up her Boston accent, and he's sitting there, and they're in the car, and they just shoot these video, and he's always got this look on his face, like, honey, we should have a talk. We should have a talk. You know, when we really pour our souls out, and she means like, you know, mean like a hot to hot. He goes,
hot
what?
to hot.
What?
That reminds me of
a hot to hot.
That chick in Friends. That chick from Friends.
Which one?
Chandler's like,
yeah. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name, but yeah,
and Fran from The Nanny.
Well, that's the same chick,
right?
It's the same chick. It's the same actress. Yeah.
A hot to hot.
Well, the New Yorker accent is just like, you know, it's a little ripoff of Boston. It's all Italians. It's all Italian. I mean, I'm Italian, but I don't have that. Somebody told me once I have the Midwest Cleveland accent.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this, because I've had this debate. Well, not, I guess, debate, but some people say in Ohio, some people say, like, how would you say your mother's mom?
My mother's mom is my grandma.
Say it again?
My grandma.
Right. Grandma.
Grandma.
Right. So we, like, kind of just
don't
say the D.
Yeah, roll the D.
But, like, some people, I feel like
grandma.
from South Ohio, like, so because I went to Cincinnati, they say grandma. It's grandma.
Grandma.
I'm like, nobody says grandma. It's my grandma and my grandpa.
It's grandma. I went to Chicago with my wife to visit her sister, and their friends were there, and they were like Chicago. They live in Chicago, and I met one of them. The first thing, I had a conversation for a couple minutes. She goes, "You have the Cleveland accent," and I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You roll your R's." What do you drive your car on every day? What's that thing?
A road.
Road. We roll our R's. That's what she said to me.
How
road.
How else would you say road?
I don't know. I have no idea. The road.
Road.
Driving down the road. I roll my R's. I don't know. That's what she said to me.
I'd love to see somebody else say
me.
road, not road.
I don't know. That's right. There's other words I just can't say.
Like what?
Both.
Both?
Yeah. I say it with an L.
Say
it's a very famous thing. People used to give me crap all the time. Both. I can't not say it with an L in there. There's something wrong with me.
Both?
Yeah. I hear you say an L in there.
Both.
Yeah, both. It's not both.
It's both.
That's what I'm saying. I hear an L in there.
Both. There's no both.
When I stick my tongue out, both. I say it both. I can't help it.
All right.
My wife thinks I say milk weird.
Say it again?
Milk.
You're kidding.
What?
Milk?
Yeah.
Milk.
That's milk.
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 There you go.
Milk. It's milk.
Milk.
You need me to go get some milk from the store?
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup? What's wrong with that?
Syrup.
Syrup.
Yeah,
I say syrup. How do you say the middle day of the week?
Wednesday. How else would you say?
I don't know. She thinks I flip the N and the D. She says you say Wednesday. It's the D first. So I say Wednesday weird.
Well, then it'd be Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not right. Doesn't sound phonetically correct. Right. Wednesday. See, again, I put the N before the D. So there it is. Any other words out there we can screw up on this? We only talk for a living, kind of as it is. This trade scenario is...
Charles says my wife, oh my God, my wife says milk.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I live with the same thing, too. I think it's an Ohio. I don't know, man. It's an Ohio thing.
Angela says Boston fans never bothered him, but damn Yankees fans suck.
I don't like Yankees fans. I really don't like Yankees fans at all. Drew goes, isn't there a history of fax machine issues and trades with the Bengals and the Browns? Yeah, there you go.
Yankee son or Boston daughter?
Probably Boston daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want my... Yeah. Again, fandom, like, obviously my son... You know, I know someone's great. When I go play catch with my son, like football in the basement, he goes, Dad, you want to go play Browns?
That's funny.
We got one. He's in. He's all in. He's got a jersey ready to go for this year. He goes, Dad, you want to play Browns? And I go, yeah. Yeah, I do, son.
If you had to predict your son's position in football right now.
He should be tall. He's going to be tall. He's like 98, 99 height, weight.
Tight end?
That's fine. That's what I played. I was not very good. I'd like him to play quarterback because obviously, you know, you can go get paid. I actually, you know what I picture him as? I think he's going to be like a D end. Okay. I think he's going to be like a TJ Watt, Myles Garrett type. Something like that. I think that'd be good. He's got to get his speed from his mom. I got no speed. So my wife was pretty fast. She played field hockey.
Does he have a vertical?
Yeah, he likes to jump. He's in this, like, he's 3-man, so he's on the go now. Like, he just loves to run. And I go, knock yourself out, man. Go crazy. So we'll see. I'd like him to golf. We'll see about basketball. We signed him up for soccer. He's playing soccer this fall. Get him out there, just running around, looking at a little footwork action there. We'll see how it goes. All right, we covered a lot here the first hour. Coming up, though, we got the morning update.
Wait, Matt, say pillow.
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 Yeah, I think you got it right.
Okay, pillow. Why? What else would it be?
I don't know. John Wick said say pillow.
Say pillow.
And he also said your son's a future Michigan quarterback.
Yeah, stop that. The Midwestern American English. All right. The Midland American English is a regional dialect encompassing Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas City, all that kind of stuff. Okay. The phonetic or phonology. Roticity. Midland speech is firmly rhotic, fully pronouncing the R and sometimes rolling the R. There you go.
Isn't it rolling your R's like grrr?
Emphatic R. The fronting of the Speakers throughout the Midland may use all to mean as the adjective as is. Some examples. I held all the tighter I could to mean, and not screw me up here. Oh, you know when you hear somebody say like, that was all the higher she could jump, when you really should say that was as high as she could jump. That was all. So they insert the word all into their grammar. The car needs washed as opposed to the car needs to be washed. So in the Midland dialect, we say the car needs washed as opposed to the car needs to be washed. Okay. That needs repaired as opposed to they need it to be repaired.
Yeah. Do you say Oregon or Oregon?
Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Isn't that not proper? Is
sure
that not how it's supposed to be? So much still needs to be said as opposed to so much still... Oh, wait. So much still needs said. So much still needs said as opposed to so much still needs to be said. I wouldn't say that. All right, vocabulary. What do you call the thing that you would put on your window to stop the light from coming in?
A curtain?
Blinds. They say Midland is blinds. We say carry out versus take out. When you go get something from a restaurant, what do you get? I get takeout. See, I don't say carry out. I say take out.
Yeah, I say take out.
Okay. When the road gets all messed up, everybody play along at home too. When the road gets messed up and your car hits something in the road, what do you call that?
A crash?
No. Like it's in the road. Like when the road is broken, and they go around every spring and they fill them in.
A pothole?
Right. See, they say Ohio and Indiana calls it a chuck hole.
A chuck hole?
You never heard chuck hole before?
No.
Oh, I have. But I do call it a pothole too. I think we all do. The most famous one. If you want to have a Dr. Pepper,
Right. It's a pop.
it's a pop.
Yeah.
Again, pop versus soda.
Yeah, down south they say.
Pop is Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, western Missouri, northeast Oklahoma, central Illinois, northern Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. While soda is usually eastern Missouri, southern Illinois, and then they just call it Coke in Indianapolis. I've heard that from people. Like they're just going to have a Coke, and then they get a Sprite or something else.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right. Okay. What? Let me see your shoes. What do you call those? Oh, you have Crocs on today.
Crocs.
Sorry, you have Crocs on today. All right, if you were wearing...
Right, I call them tennis shoes.
Right.
Sneakers.
Right. Apparently, we call them tennis shoes. Cincinnati, Chicago call them gym shoes. As
Gym
opposed
shoes?
to tennis shoes.
You
Which
just
I think is
exposed
really-
me wearing my Crocs today.
What's wrong with that? You don't own your Crocs?
No, I wear them like every day.
I love Crocs. You see they came out with the Batman-related Croc? I'm going to get those on order.
Yeah, with the Batmobile.
Yeah. All right, here's another. Nobody cares about crawfish. That's on here, which is weird. All right, this is a term that I did not know was a Midwest thing.
Okay.
Imagine you're on a corner. There's 4 streets that come.
Right.
If I have a building on this corner,
Okay.
what do you call the building diagonal to it? You get what I'm saying?
Like,
You come to a street light. There's 4 streets, and there's a building on all 4. Picture a square.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your building is here.
Okay.
What do you call this building down here? Right here, these two. What do you call those?
Like adjacent?
Have you ever heard the term catty corner?
Yeah, but I've never used it.
I use it. What's the...
Oh, yeah, John said candy corner.
Catty corner. Is that what? Yeah, that's... Yeah. The other one, where your front lawn is, and then you get to the sidewalk, what do you call the other side of that?
Oh, God, I never even thought about that.
The tree lawn.
The tree lawn?
You ever call that the tree lawn? Okay. Those are all terms that I kind of picked up later in life. I never just called it that. I want more examples of this vocabulary here. People in Ohio call dope a dessert sauce.
Dope?
Yeah, literally, this is on here. Dope in Ohio for a dessert sauce. You know when you get like a cheesecake and they drizzle the strawberry on it? Apparently that's called dope. I mean, now it's legal here in Ohio, and I call it something else, I guess.
On your shirt, looks like there's dope.
Right here. Go Buckeyes. One of my favorite Buckeye shirts. Today, the Midland is considered a transitional dialect between the South and inland North. However, the South Midland is a sub-region, phonetically speaking, and employs some more Southern vocabulary. For example, people using y'all for you.
Y'all.
Don't nobody need to do that in Ohio.
Hawk 2.
Yeah, well, that's another one, too. Oh, another from Appalachian and Midland would be Ewans.
Ewans?
Yeah, you never hear anybody say Ewans as opposed to like U1s over there? Ewans?
No.
Well, you know the Pennsylvania Dutch.
No.
You never heard of that? There's like a whole dialect out there that they speak, and you can't understand what the hell they're saying. Old English speakers of Cincinnati have a phonetical pattern quite distinct from the surrounding area.
Oh, dude, some people call stuffing dressing.
Yeah, that's a South thing.
Yeah.
If you're from the South, you call it dressing. We call it stuffing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's another one, too. That's another really good one, too. All right, let's catch our break now that everybody's up on the grammar and the phonetic speaking of our region. That's exactly where we're at.
Big grid day.
Big grid day. Dude, massive grid day today. We got to get it. All right, we got the morning update. We got more football. Dive into some college guards. The nasty nester going down.
Yes.
The anti-nester. Sounds like empty nester. How about that? The empty nester Cortez parlay. Let's get that going rolling today. We'll get to that coming up with you right here on Big Play. Don't forget Drennan tonight. I'm actually going to join Drennan for bonus time tonight. Folks, the app is out. Go download it right now.
Yes.
Boom. Done. Right there. All of our shows are there. Bobby Carpenter Daily. All our interviews. Our interview with Noah will be there.
Yeah, I'm going to put up our one with Mr. Warren Sharp.
We have Warren Sharp tomorrow, which is going to be exciting. Our daily
what time
show.
Are we doing that?
9:30
I'm excited
tomorrow.
to
I'm
talk to
very
him.
excited. Warren, dude, you want to know what I'm doing with Warren tomorrow, which you get on the app?
I'm jealous of his mustache.
He's got a great mustache.
I'm so jealous.
We got to ask him about grooming tips.
Yeah.
He's got a damn good mustache.
He really does.
All about Watson, man. Because he's got some of this advanced stuff about
Yeah.
it doesn't paint a good picture for Deshaun Watson. It just really doesn't. And it's gonna. You don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it. So that's 9:30 tomorrow. It'll all be there. Enter the Jungle. They had an interview last night with a player. Come get some. Big Play Cleveland Show. Drennan, Carpenter, Boobies World, Hanford, Chico. It's all there on the app. Free to download. It's in the Apple Store already. We're working on Google. A little change coming with us, too, for that app. It's a good change. It's a great change for us. Big change for us.
People are hating on the Yankees.
Oh, on that poll?
Yeah.
I got to retweet that. But it is out. Go download it today, and you can check out all of our content right there with the Big Play app. We're still always YouTube, Twitter. It's all over the place right there, but go download the Big Play app. All right. Break. Lot to do, hour 2. Stay with us. Fontana Show right here in Big Play.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. And you saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. Tis the Laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the Law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky
All right, welcome back, Fontana Show. I feel like we're back in language arts, which is appropriate because we're back in school. I've got more for you. On that. He's Ryan Tyler. I'm Matt Fontana. We'll get some morning update. We got the grid. Appreciate you following, being along with us right here on Matt Fontana Show. On Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show. We're up on YouTube. You can always subscribe to our Twitch channel as well. Check it all out right there. I need to do a better job of retweeting the show, like during the show, like while we're on. You want to run through? Okay, so Mike, great tweet, Mike. Appreciate you very much. What do you call a smaller river? It's not a stream.
A creek?
A creek.
I have somebody that says crick.
Crick. Like crick. No, it's a creek.
Like, no, I have a crick in my neck.
A crick in your neck, right. This is from the Canton Repository. 14 Midwestern sayings that the rest of America can't understand. Have you ever heard of any of these? If I had my druthers.
My druthers?
Which means if I had my way. I don't think I've heard that one.
I'm going to use that. If I had my druthers.
If I had my druthers, if I had my way. How about for crying out loud? That one, yes. Yeah, everybody's heard that.
Out loud.
That makes as much sense as government cheese. He snookered the frozen chosen. Duck, duck, gray duck. He's got... Okay, I know none of these. This is a Canton thing.
Like
you betcha?
This is like West Virginia and the Boondocks.
Yeah, well, Canton. No, I was like Canton because that's not that far away. You betcha?
You betcha.
Yeah, I've heard that. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
I've heard that one. Because I Googled Midwestern sayings. Or things that, like, we would say here. All right. These are 15 sayings that only people from the Midwest would know. Does anybody call a water fountain a bubbler? No.
No, bubbler is what you smoke weed out of.
I didn't say that. You said that. Pop soda, that's an easy one. Oh, do you know... See this one? Okay, this is a Midwestern staple. Do you know what puppy chow is?
No.
Like the thing you get around the holidays?
Yeah.
They brought that up. They said that this is a Midwestern staple.
It's like sugar Chex Mix.
It's Chex Mix.
Yeah.
And then you
yes. So
now that is crack.
Yeah.
That is pure crack. It's delicious, but I guess they don't have that. Other places, you're missing out. Stop and go lights as opposed to traffic lights. I don't know. Don't you know? We talked about that. No, this is kind of weird. Okay, potluck. You know what a potluck is? I think that's a Midwestern
You all bring
thing.
your own dish?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, this one is true. Do not all Midwesterners say we're going up north when they go camping. No, because sometimes we'll go south. Like for us, it's almost always we're going down south. Right. We're going to the hunting property or we're going down south. So I would say a directional thing is a part of that. Crick and creek is on this list. Schnookered. Apparently that's a word to use when you get wasted.
Schnookered?
Yeah. Don't know if I've used that one. In the Midwest, geez is a polite way of expressing frustration. Brewski is what you call a beer. Shout out to Garage Beer. Brewski there for you. Tennis shoes versus sneaker running shoes. We've done that. That's all on this list here, too. I mean, the other thing that's really funny about the Midwest, do you know about the Midwest goodbye?
I know, an Irish goodbye.
Well, an Irish goodbye is when you just bail and nobody sees you.
I'm a pro.
The Midwestern goodbye is the opposite.
You gotta say bye to everyone.
Let's say that no, it's not even that. Yes, but like imagine we're at a party and I'm getting up to go and I go, all right, Ryan, I'll see you later. Oh yeah, next week, don't forget, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We'll get to it next week, man. It's good to see you. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, wait, this other thing. And you say goodbye 10 times while you stand in the doorway trying to get out and get in your car and leave. That's the Midwesterner goodbye.
Okay.
When you say goodbye 5 times over and then eventually you get in your car and going from there. So, all right, now we've done all the grammar that we've got there. All right, Ryan's got the stories. Morning update. You got to know. Please take it away, Ryan.
Alrighty, well, some people used to call them Indians. Some people still call them the Indians, but they're named the Guardians. But they're victorious. They beat the New York Yankees 9-5 in extra innings. Matt, Cleveland drew 14 walks in this game. That's the first time since September 9th, 1979.
That's a good pull on your part. Well done. I mean, Gil, which again, I should have just bet that straight, which was great. I mean, they worked counts. And like, didn't Quan have 3 walks? I think he had 3 walks before they even got to extra innings.
That's what we're going.
I mean, the biggest thing, what's the glaring hole from yesterday? That was not Jose Ramirez, man. He struck out 3 times. Now, again, he got a hit later, and he kind of came back around. But watching that game, I go, man, something's not up. Something's not right with Jose Ramirez. Again, found a way to get a win. That's all you ask for. Well done on their part. They drew the walks. Emmanuel Clase is a freaking animal. But shout out Hunter Gaddis, man. Like, I want to make sure I pull this up right. The runner at second just pisses me off. So Sandlin, two innings, scoreless, 2/3 of a scoreless inning. Gaddis, Cade Smith. How about this, man? Tim Herron, inning. Cade Smith, inning. Hunter Gaddis, inning. Emmanuel Clase, 2 innings. I can do that math. That was 5 innings of 1-hit baseball from your bullpen, man. That's how you won that game yesterday. I know Barlow. Okay, fine, whatever. You still got the win. How's the bullpen win, man? Now, the problem is you used all your big guns. Who you got going tonight. Figure it out, right? You're going to need some length out of Cantillo. I'm sure there might be another move to, kind of bolster that bullpen a little bit. We'll see. But I thought, again, for the Guardians, I'm going to watch these series against these other teams and make it feel like the playoffs. So I feel like they approached it like a playoff game. They were resilient enough to get a win. And even when things were going bad for some of your guys, they still came out and got it done. Now, what a lot of people are concerned about was and I know Fry pinch hit, but your 1 through 4 hitters combined for just 4 hits in, 11, 15, 17, 21 at bats. They went 4 for 21. And 2 of those, those were runs. They had 2 hits. 2 hits. Quan went technically 0 for 4 last night with 3 walks. Jose, 1 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. Uncharacteristic. But you still found a win. You still found a way to get it done. I want that ball to just keep rolling, get it done tonight, get back in it. And I want to see the more importance placed on these series, and I think they're doing it. Loved it. I'm not going to lie, I fell asleep. So that's all right. We'll get back after it tonight there in the Bronx.
Alrighty, Matt. Well, welcome to the world of NIL and college football.
God, I'm so glad you brought this up.
Yes, it was announced that Oklahoma State will be sporting QR codes on their players' helmets, linking to a donation page for the school's NIL fund, believed to be the first in college football. The QR codes on the back of each helmet will be 1.5 square inches. School said that while the codes won't be visible from the stands on game day, fans watching the television broadcast will be able to capture them on their phones.
I hope the kids are in school and earmuff them for about 5 seconds here. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck, man? Seriously. Are you going to pause your TV? You can unearmuff the kids. Are you going to pause your TV and sit there and go, got it. Here's $1,500. What in the hell are we doing here? I've seen a lot of stupid stuff in my life, man. This is one of the most idiotic, stupid things I've ever seen in my life, man. Seriously, this is nuts. So number one, you can't get all this money from your donors. You're seriously struggling that much to get the donor money in there that you think people watching on their TV that are, I'm assuming, uber Oklahoma State fans that don't know where to go to find your NIL pool, you got to put QR codes on there? Honestly, I'm not even kidding. They'd be better off selling it to a company for marketing. They'd be better off. I don't know, what's Oklahoma known for?
Cowboys?
I'm talking about a town. I'm talking about, like, what is Oklahoma known for?
Baker Mayfield?
Other than that.
Kyler Murray?
Oklahoma's known for its fried onion burgers, chicken fried steak, which is delicious.
Delicious?
Delicious. I'm all screwed up on this. Like, what is...
So will you be donating to Oklahoma State's NIL fund?
No, I don't even donate to Ohio State's NIL fund. There are 6 Fortune 500 companies in Oklahoma. Chesapeake Energy, NGL Energy. I'm assuming they're all oil or something. Continental Resources, Devon. Okay, here you go. Well, take these for what it's worth. Companies that started in Oklahoma, including Hobby Lobby, that opened in 1972. They've got some problems there. How about this? Love's Travel Stop and Country Stores, founded in Oklahoma in 1964. Go to them and put the little Love's logo on the back. You'd be better off doing that. Seriously, I want to know at the end of this season how much money they actually got from the Q. They should be able to track that, right? There's got to be a way to track that QR code to see how many people actually went to their NIL site and donated. I want to know. I think it's going to be under $10,000. It's the stupidest thing ever when it comes to NIL. And NIL's jumped the shark. This is crazy. And I know here at us at Big Play, honestly, we've got our fingers in some NIL stuff that we're working on, all that. I'm not yelling at the kids for getting their money. I'm not some stick in the mud about the money. The money is coming. That's their own thing. Fine. The fact that you are peddling with 1x1 inch decals on the back of helmets to scan QR codes. Ryan, how are you going to see those on the TV? Think about it. How are you going to actually see those on the TV? You don't want to know what they're banking on? That early in the season, the TV people will make a big deal. Like, oh, hey, I don't know if you heard this offseason that Oklahoma State put NIL decals on the back. Let's zoom in on one. They'll do that one time. It's complete. Seriously. Common sense has left the building on NIL, man. And there needs to be regulations. There need to be people looking out for these kids, too, and trying to help them out. Like, and I think that's part of what we're trying to do here at Big Play, a little venture we got coming up. But still, like...
What do you think's more crazy? This is probably more crazy. Or Colorado putting on their practice jerseys on the back, not their last names, but their Instagram handles.
Yeah, this is much more crazy. At least you see the Instagram handles. And I get, because now, dude, seriously, if you go to like Ohio State's roster and you click on a player, if I go click on Caleb Downs' profile on the Ohio State roster, you know what's linked there? His social medias. And I ain't knocking that, right? That's fine. You want to grow that brand. It's all about branding, right? You want to grow that brand. You want to get companies that'll come in and want to be associated with that player. That's all fine. I'm not knocking that. This is just stupid. This is literally, I don't know who came up with this at Oklahoma State. And somebody sat in a meeting and go, you know what? I got an idea. And that actually passed through, I'm assuming, multiple people to get on the back of the helmets. It's stupid. It is absolutely insanely stupid. And I'm going to call my shot. I think they get less than $10,000 total on the season.
Wow, you think that low?
Dude, I'm talking about just through the QR code.
Right.
Just through this QR code. It's stupid, Ryan. It's absolutely stupid.
Alrighty, well, lastly, for the morning update, ESPN staff, they gave their NBA predictions for next season. They gave the win-loss records for each team in each conference. Matt, would you want to dare guess the standings that they have for the East?
Top 4?
They did all of them.
Okay.
The whole division.
I might just have to do top 4, though.
Okay.
But, okay, number 1, Celtics.
Correct.
Number 2.
61 and 21, by the way, is their projection.
Okay, 61 and 21. Number 2, 55 wins?
53 and 29.
Okay, 53. Is it the Knicks?
It is.
Okay. Number 3.
52 and 30.
I would say 51. Okay, 51. The Milwaukee Bucks.
No.
It's not Philly.
It is Philly.
Okay, it is Philly. Are the Bucks 4?
They're 5.
Cavs 4?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. 40.
50 and 32.
All right.
They have
take
Bucks
that.
5, Magic 6
I would say Magic's
as
gotta
their
be
contenders.
6.
The playing group,
Pacers.
they have the Pacers, Heat, Hawks, and Bulls. And bottom of the barrel, the Raptors, Hornets, Nets, Pistons, and Wizards.
I think the Raptors could be a little bit better there. Would you take that? Well, top 4. I mean, again, are we going to enter this season? Dude, isn't it crazy like how things can flip? Like, I am thoroughly enjoying the Guardians. I can't wait for football, man. I want the Cavs back too, man. I just love when our teams are competitive, man. I just love being able to enjoy it. It's so great. I can't wait for Cavs basketball to be back. Do you feel like you're entering this season with the same thing? Just give me a top 4 seed because none of it else matters until you make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, can't really ask for much more.
Right, can't ask for much more than that.
I mean, I'm not going to ask them to like
be the 1 seed, be the 2 seed. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, West. Timberwolves 1. I'm sorry, I didn't forget.
Oh, no, you're okay.
You're good. I think there's a little scuttlebutt that people think the Nuggets aren't going to be good this year, which I don't buy, by the way. I think they're going to win the championship again this year.
They just did the East LID.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do the West tomorrow, I'm sure. You got to divide that up, man. It's the offseason. They got to divide that up. So, again, Celtics, Knicks, 76ers, Cavs, Bucks.
Yes.
I'll tell you this. And the Magic 6. I'll do you one more. How about this? Those will be the top 6 teams. I don't think there's any question on that. Now, where you might flip-flop or you might have this guy there, I think those 6 teams are going to be the 6 teams up there. Real hot take for me here on a Wednesday. But I like that 6. I think that's where we're at. Speaking of where it's at, we don't need 6. We need 9. Day 3.
This is very big. We could head into Thursday.
I kind of, the Titans kind of rough with us. But okay. You know how it works. Day 3, we get this done. Giveaway coming to you, the fans out there.
I still don't know what it is.
I know you don't. A sip of my little coffee go juice right there. Go.
Okay, 1,000 rushing yards season. We could go Todd Gurley. We could go Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, either one.
Want to go Eric?
That's fine.
Right? He played for the Rams. I'm not tripping.
Nope, you're not tripping.
Bengals, we could go Joe Mixon.
We could because he doesn't work. I mean, obviously, he's in Houston now. And then you could go Rudy Johnson. But
Jeremy Hill, did he do it?
I don't think he did, but Joe Mixon for sure.
Had to have.
Yes. And then I thought about Arian Foster there.
Right.
But for some reason, do I not remember him going to the... Oh, we got another Titans one. Go Arian Foster. Obviously, the Titans, Texans one. That's the layup there.
Well, I was thinking Robert Woods.
I was thinking DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Does not Robert Woods also work for Buffalo? No, go DeAndre Hopkins there. That's fine.
No, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
I don't think he played for Buffalo.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Or was he there before he went to L.A.?
I thought he went to Buffalo.
Maybe he did.
All right, just hold that off. Click me a little DeAndre Hopkins. All right, let's open things up here.
Titans, Bengals. Oh, there's one screaming at me right now. Running back.
Recently? Chris Johnson didn't go to Cincy.
Or am I tripping?
What?
No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't have one screaming at me.
Okay, that's fine. All right, Tannehill didn't go to either one of those ones. I don't think A.J. McCarron ever went to Tennessee, right? No.
How big does a tight end? Hayden Hurst didn't play for the Titans.
No. No.
Jonnu Smith didn't play for the Bengals.
I don't think so.
Anthony Fursker hasn't played for the Bengals, I don't think.
So here's a weird one that I have for LA and the Bengals that I don't think works for the Bills. Andrew Whitworth.
We don't need LA in the Bengals.
I'm saying that's, but did Andrew Whitworth ever play for the Bills? I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Well, this LA and
Von Miller.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Von Miller, yeah. LA and Tennessee.
That is also Robert Woods.
Good. Very good. See, good job. Okay. Bengals, Bills.
Yeah, that.
Bengals, Bills.
All right, Ryan Fitzpatrick worked for anything?
Yeah, that one.
Right?
Doesn't he?
I thought so.
Doesn't he?
But
Did he play in Cincinnati?
Did he? I don't know.
I want to say yeah. I don't know for sure, but I think so.
Let's just
hold off. We'll come up with a better one.
Texans,
Bills. Well, obviously we can't use Stephon Diggs yet. That's the tough thing on that one.
Right.
Jordan Poyer didn't play in Houston, did he?
I don't believe so.
He left here. He went somewhere else.
Jadeveon Clowney never played for the Bills.
No, that's a good pull. Oh, we could use Clowney over there with the Titans, too. Yeah. Oh, well. It's okay.
Then we could use Woods for Bills. I think Texans. Oh, well.
No, I'm talking about Clowney could have used in Houston and Tennessee. But then Hopkins wouldn't have anywhere to go.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
we're fine. We're good. We're chilling.
Frank Gore, did he not play for the Texans? Am I making that up?
I don't know. I don't know enough to rip that completely. EJ Manuel, don't think so. Did Tyrod Taylor play in Houston?
That sounds
right. I think Tyrod sounds right.
It does sound right.
Rip it. I think that sounds about right.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I feel pretty good about that.
Did he, though?
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a good job. Tyrod works. So now, again, I like Fitzpatrick there. I really do. So let's focus on the Tennessee Titans and the Bengals here. Okay?
Did CJ Uzomah play for the Titans?
No, because I think he left there and then went to New York.
Tyler Eifert? No.
Let's see. I know, because he went to Jacksonville after he left Cincinnati. I like your pull there.
Giovanni Bernard? Why do I feel like... No, maybe...
Nah.
Okay, any receivers? Like, Tyler Boyd's there now.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks, Carson Palmer, no. Andy Dalton, no.
No. A.J. McCarron brought up earlier.
Ryan Tannehill, no. Shoot. Steve McNair?
No, he went to Baltimore. Chris
Corey
Johnson,
Davis,
no. Corey Davis, no.
Ryan Suckup, no.
What about John Ross? You
You
remember he used the pick right before Mahomes. Right. He was in Cincinnati.
I
think I'm forcing that on Tennessee, though. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that pull. Jared Cook never played for Cincinnati, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. I like where you're going with the kickers, though. Oh, my God. Fat Randy. Of course it's Fat Randy.
It's always Fat Randy.
Hell yeah, Fat Randy. Let's go. Come on now. I don't want to count. We got 3 minutes here. We got plenty of time here. Plenty of time. I think we're good on Fitzpatrick.
Okay, but let's just think.
But let's just think it on through.
Sammy Watkins didn't play in Cincinnati.
No.
Calvin Benjamin, I don't think so.
No.
Marvin Jones, no. I mean, any legacy guys? TJ Houshmandzadeh.
This is weird. Did Bruce Smith? No.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know why. It seems weird to me. Chad Ochocinco never went to Buffalo. Terrell Owens never went to Buffalo. Right? No.
I don't think so.
No. yeah, again, running backs, Rudy Johnson, Jamal Lewis eventually. I think Jamal Lewis went there. He came from the Ravens to us, I think, to Cincinnati.
Mitch Trubisky didn't play in Cincinnati.
No. I feel like Cincinnati's had to run through a lot of backups with Burrow's injuries, too, and I can't really think. Like, Case Keenum never went there. He was in Buffalo.
Shoot.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all right, because, like, I kind of feel like it's Fitzpatrick.
And Cole Beasley never played in Cincinnati.
No. Linebackers. Like Matt Milano's always been there.
Who got hurt again?
He got hurt again, man. He got that bag, though. I feel like there is a defensive player that's not, like, obviously, like, there's something. Who? Oh, man, who?
Who was
Tyler
Cincinnati's-
Croft?
Yeah.
I think
I mean, Cincinnati's running backs.
It's hard to think about before
Jeremy
Mixon.
Hill.
Giovanni Bernard, obviously you mentioned.
Yeah.
They had Rudy Johnson for a long time. There was another, I thought it was another Johnson. Was it Rudy Johnson and somebody else that I can't remember?
Emmanuel Ogbah, no.
No, I don't think so. No, Mitch Morse, guard. No, he played with the Bills. I don't think he ever.
What's that one dude's name who got like the bullying scandal?
Jonathan Martin, Richie Incognito.
Yeah, Danny Van Moore.
Richie Incognito played in Buffalo.
I know.
Yeah, that's I think you were thinking of, but I don't think he went to Cincinnati.
Like Eli Apple's never in Buffalo. I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. Been well traveled, but I don't think he's been there.
Okay, so Fitzpatrick definitely played for Buffalo, right?
I know for a fact he played for Buffalo.
Did he play for the? I don't know.
For some reason, I think I picture him on that jersey, but I don't feel
I
super.
don't.
I know. Okay, so that's kind of the conundrum that we're in right here. Dude,
we just might have to rip Fitz.
we might have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna go down, it's the way to go down.
You ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Let's go.
Yes! Yes! You know the worst part about this? Everybody watching, they're like,
Terrell
you idiot. You idiot. He did go to Buffalo?
guess so.
We brought him up.
I guess so.
We brought him up. The worst part of this is everybody out there watching who either A, straight knows it or Googled it. They're like, you idiots. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you screaming.
Wow, that was.
He was in the Bengals for 2 years. That's right. That's right. He actually left Cincinnati to go to Buffalo.
Oh. Yeah, Angelo said T.O. Bills Bengals.
I forgot he was in Buffalo. Actually, you want to know what? No, I remember it now. I remember the jersey.
Wow, we would have been hurt. We would have been so mad if we didn't get that.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember. We got T.O.'s a little sneaky in this, man. 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys, Bills, Bengals, and Seattle, but that was off season. You got 5 teams for T.O.
2 more days.
Let's go, man. Nice job. Well done. Well done. All right, let's do this. Let's catch our break, get back for time hop, get ready to go for the Guardians game tonight. We'll dibble our toe a little bit of college football as well, and the bracket.
And the nasty nester.
And we got to do the nasty nester. We're doing that. We're going to do the anti-nasty, or what did I say? The empty nester?
Empty nester.
The empty nester parlay for you tonight. Getting going on that. So we get it. Stay with us. Fontana Show. Back into this.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yep.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. 'Tis the laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, 'tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky
All right, jump on to it. A little bit of time up. We'll tell you that up here on the 21st of August. Got some Browns preseason action that we'll get into, including a very important preseason game from back in the day. We'll get to that in just 1 second. But if you're new to Time Hop, we tell you what happens this day in history. We got, a good slate of movies for you to guess on today, Ryan. It's going to be a good day for that as well. So we'll get to that in just a second. We go back just 1 year ago today. And I bring this up because I think it's actually kind of relevant for a conversation we're having right now. The Browns restructured Myles Garrett's contract 1 year ago today. So I bring that up to say we've been waiting to see if they're going to restructure Watson, and we talked to Jack Duffin about that. And Ryan, he keeps saying, no, man, August is still your sweet spot for all of that, and they haven't done it yet. I still don't think they're going to, but just that they restructured Myles 1 year ago today to get the extra cap space. Also 1 year ago today, the Colts gave Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. They obviously came to their senses and didn't pay him. I'm a big Jonathan Taylor fan, man. I think he's going to be really good, or is really good. That offense, borderline scary, man. Pittman, Alec Pierce, Jonathan Taylor, and if you get Anthony Richardson up to par of what you think he's going to be, we'll see what it is there. Browns preseason game 2 years ago today, 2022, that's right. Browns beat the Eagles 21-20. You want to guess on the quarterbacks?
Yeah, 2021 you said?
2022, 2 years ago today. 2022.
Oh.
They beat us 21-20.
Okay, quarterbacks. Well, did Brissett play in it?
No. He was here, but he did not play.
Josh Dobbs?
Correct.
And I'm missing, Deshaun.
No, he didn't play.
He didn't play in this one?
No. There's a similarity between Josh Dobbs and this other quarterback.
Really?
Yes.
In what way?
Their names.
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen went 7 of 20. 7 of 20 in this game. John Kelly had a touchdown. Dobbs had a touchdown. Oh, man, I missed Dearness Johnson. He had 2 carries for 21 yards. Johnny Stanton. Anthony Schwartz had a carry for 4 yards. David Bell, Javon Wims, Zaire Mitchell-Payton had a couple of catches in that. Jamarcus Bradley. Your leading tackler was Richard LeCount, failed draft pick. Jordan Kanashik had 10 tackles. Tony Fields, Willie Harvey, Dakota Allen, Herb Miller, Isaac Rochelle. Wasn't he the TikTok guy?
No idea.
I think he was. Mike Harley had a kickoff return. Cade York, 2 out of 3 on his field goals there. For Philly, Gardner Minshew, Reed Stennett, and Carson Strong all threw passes. There's no really Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins, Deion King, and all that in there from Miller Brown's preseason action this day, 2022. All right, we go back to a very important one because this day, 1999, the Cleveland Browns played their first home game in Cleveland in 4 years. They played the Vikings in their preseason game. I want to find. Oh, man, they're not going to give me the box score on this. We lost 24-17 on that. Let me see if I can find it here. 1999, Brown statistics. Where's the preseason, man? I don't know. But we played our first game in the city of Cleveland since December 17th, 1995. And we came back this day, 1999, for our first preseason game against the Vikings. Now, again, we played in the Hall of Fame game, which I think a lot of people remember. But from my understanding, they needed to get some stuff done in the stadium. So we were away. They gave a little leeway there on the preseason scheduling there. This day, 1999. This day, 1967, Kansas City player Ken Harrelson. Is that Ken Hawk Harrelson? No.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Hawk Harrelson is?
Nope.
Yeah, that's Ken Hawk Harrelson. That's right. The reason I'm bringing him up was he was released by the Kansas City Athletics this day, 1967, becoming what History.com said was the first ever free agent in baseball. He was released from the team because he called the owner a menace to baseball. Because I think prior, you only got traded. Like back in the day when you signed with a team, that team owned you forever unless they traded you or got rid of you. I don't know. I saw that. I thought it was weird, but it's what came up this day, 1967. This day, 1932, Indians pitcher Wes Farrell became the first player to record 20 wins in 4 straight seasons to start his career. This day, 1931, Babe Ruth became the first player to hit 600 home runs. Very happy birthday goes out to the late great Mr. Wilt Chamberlain, Archie Griffin, Mr. Two-Time, Usain Bolt, Count Basie, Jack Buck, Kenny Rogers, Hayden Panettiere, Steven Hillenberg, who created SpongeBob, and Serge Tankian, lead singer of what band? System of a Down. System of a Down.
Wouldn't have never gotten
that. Oh my God, System of a Down was huge. Big time for my generation. All right, buddy, I got 5 for you. And a song if you want to guess on the song, too.
Let's do it.
Start with a movie. Came out this day, 2009.
Okay.
This is a war movie.
Fury.
No. Great flick. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a major crossover with an actor from Fury to this movie as well.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm not guessing off of that hint, but oh gosh, Hurt Locker.
No. No.
So when you say crossover from Fury, does it have like Brad Pitt in it?
Brad Pitt is correct.
A war movie with Brad Pitt.
You're certain.
Oh, it's not.
It is.
Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds is correct.
Great movie.
I love that movie, man. Love that movie. Got released in the United States this day, 2009. It was released a few days prior in Germany, which was ironic.
Wait, how they got caught? Because like he didn't throw up the 3 like this or something?
Yes. Spoiler alert, but it's been out for a long time.
Or he did throw it up like this.
No, he threw it like this. And so the whole movie is Brad Pitt has this group that they go in there and they're like the Inglourious Bastards, and they're out there just to wipe out that ditch scene.
Yeah.
When Eli Roth comes out as Donnie. Hey, Donnie. Yeah? He wants to die for country. Oblige him. Bam. He goes, we're all tickled to hear you say that, Warner, because outside of going to the movies, this is the most entertainment that we get.
Yeah.
Sergeant Donnie Donowitz. Aldo Rain. Obviously, that opening scene, man, in the farm.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz, you're just like, this guy is pure freaking evil. So good. Then the ending is, I want him to off him too. Because they offed his buddy and then they just scalp him. Right? They did the thing on his forehead, right? The ditch scene is great. But then when they get outed, so they have the actress, Bridget von Hammersmark, I think is her name. And they set this up to infiltrate. And that's where freaking Michael Fassbender gets it. And they're down there, and they're playing the game with the cards, and he says, I need 3 more drinks. And everybody looks at him when normally he would go like that. You know, it's up. The game is up. And then they shoot everybody, and, you know, they're coming down the stairs. They go, are any of our guys still alive? Good flick, man.
Great flick.
Great flick. All right, so you're 1 for 1. Inglourious Basterds. I don't know if you're going to get this one. I'm not going to hold it against you. I brought it up because this is actually an extremely trippy movie, and it's a solid one. This Day 2002. This is a Robin Williams film. And you think of Robin Williams as, you know, Flubber and Mrs. Doubtfire and Patch Adams. This was a suspense psychological thriller film. I don't know if that helps you at all. It has to do with... I don't think you're going to get it. I'm just going to tell you about it. Have you ever heard of the movie 1 Hour Photo?
No.
Okay. Robin Williams. You remember when people used to have to take their pictures to the pharmacy to get to... I guess you still do, but like 1 Hour Photo. You drop off your roll of film.
Sure. And
they would develop in an hour. You come back from shopping and you get it. So there was a family. And they would just drop their film off over the years. So then the film developer, the guy working the thing, he starts to get like emotionally attached to the family. Then he finds out, I think the husband's having an affair, and he starts dropping hints. The whole climax is he holds the family up. He's going to kill the family because he feels like he's a part of the family by looking at their pictures in 1 Hour Photo.
That sounds good.
It's good, man. Robin Williams plays a really good creepy guy. Cy is his name. And they're like, they see him, they're like, oh, you know, hi, Cy, like, nice to see you and all that kind of stuff. And he's taking it to like a creepy level. 1 Hour Photo. Well worth the watch there. This Day 2002. Here's the song. I don't think you're going to... I can't tell you how big How You Remind Me by Nickelback. They released it this day. They released it this day 2000. It is a banger. It is a banger. All right, we go back. This day 1998.
Okay.
This movie was movie 1 of the true trilogy of this character. This character is back very much on the forefront because they are rebooting the franchise. And you just saw this character very recently in a movie that you saw.
So in Deadpool, I assume?
Yes. Blade? Blade is correct. The Wesley Snipes OG Blade.
Just low-key spoiled.
What? Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. I f***ed that up, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hope everybody's seen Deadpool.
I'm sorry. I haven't, and it got spoiled for me, and I just spoiled it for everybody else. I really apologize. I hate doing that. I'm so sorry, man. I wish we had a dump on. We don't have. I'm so sorry, man. I feel bad about that.
Hey, it happens.
It happens. The OG Wesley Snipes Blade. The second one, cartoony. The third one with Ryan Reynolds kind of sucked. The OG one, man, was so good.
I haven't seen it.
Stephen Dorff plays, obviously not Whistler. That's Chris Christopherson. He plays the other vampire in it. Whatever. The first one is dark. It's really bloody. It's so good. The first Blade. This Day 1998. All right, we go back to a film. This Day 1987. Like a lot of 80s, I would say even like romantic dramas of this. It is a young, well-to-do girl who goes off for the summer and has an experience falling in love.
What year?
1987.
Goes off for the summer to find love.
Yep. In the summer of the plot is the summer of 1963. Teenager, I don't want to give you your names, it gives it away, is vacationing with her family at an upscale Catskills resort. Exploring one night, she secretly observes whatever. It's demeaning work, whatever. So then she's attracted to Johnny, who is a particular instructor at this resort.
Oh, God. Can I get an actor, actress?
I'll give you the actress, Jennifer Grey.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, she was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She played her sister. Which, by the way, then she started dating Matthew Broderick. They got in a really bad car accident while they were dating, and she had to deal with whiplash for like most of her life. Matthew Broderick killed somebody. They were driving over, I think they were overseas, and they were dating after they did Ferris Bueller's, and they got in a really bad accident. The complete side note of this, but Jennifer Grey was in this.
I don't think I know the movie.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, is this Dirty Dancing?
It's Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
it's Dirty
okay.
Dancing. So
I didn't really know
Baby,
that was the
Francis
plot.
Baby. Yeah.
Okay.
She goes away. She falls in love with him as the dance instructor, and then, of course, nobody puts Baby in the corner. You know, that Dirty Dancing is correct. All right, final one. We go all the way back to 1942. An animated film that starts off in one of the most tragic ways possible.
Bambi?
That is correct.
Let's go.
Bambi is correct. Inglourious Bastards, 1 Hour Photo, Blade, Dirty Dancing, and Bambi. All this day in history. Quite running the gambit there. All right, Nestor, you're going down tonight. Guards! Let's go. All right, I'm going to get you your regular bets like for tonight to get ready to go for that. If you want to not do our empty Nestor parlay here. New York, big favorite tonight. Minus 185 favorite. It's because Joey Cantillo is pitching. Cortez on the year is just 6-10, though, with a 4 ERA. Over-under is 8.5. After watching yesterday, I think I kind of lean the over. But let's see what we got here, okay? Obviously, Cantillo, it's been hard because he only has 2 starts. I'm sorry, he's got 3 starts, a win and 2 losses. 5 2/3, 4 3 1/3. He's actually very consistent. In all 3 of his starts, he's given up 3 runs each time. He struck out 2, 4, and 3. I think I might a little boost on Cantillo 3 strikeouts. Just as like it's not our anti-Nestor one, but we'll do it. All right, here's Cortez. In his last 3 starts, 2 wins and a loss. He went 7 innings against the White Sox, giving up no runs, striking out 9. Still freaking White Sox. He lost to the Angels. He gave up 6 runs over 4 2/3, striking out 2. And then he beat the Phillies 5 1/3, giving up 3 runs and 6 strikeouts. I don't have him ever facing the Guardians, which is crazy.
Yeah, he did.
I don't have it on here.
He 100% did.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, back on the April 14th. I don't know why they didn't show up.
He did some dumb shit on the mound.
4 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, struck out 1. And we beat them 8-7 that day. So we already faced him once this year. Just looking at his pitch log, he's usually good for 6 innings. He's usually, although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In his last 8 starts, he's only made it to the 7th inning twice.
Okay.
So what's his over-under? I'm asking you because I have it up here, of course. Do you want to do over-under on the outs again? All right, here's all the pitcher ones. Are you ready?
Yep.
Over under 5.5 strikeouts. Can I get you strikeouts in his last couple of starts here, please?
Yeah, you said he only got 1 against the Guards last time.
9, 2, 6, 5, and 1 are his last 5. And then again, when he faced us back in April, he actually got 6.
Okay.
He actually got 6.
Let's do the under.
The under is the favorite at minus 165.
Let's do that.
Okay. Pitcher outs, 18.5. So that's getting to
6 and...
If he gets to 6 1/3,
right,
the over hits. The under, again, is the favorite at minus 180.
Let's do it then.
Are they going to let me They will let me parlay these. Pitcher walks. Over under a 1.5 walks for Nestor Cortez. I got to find his walks here. They don't have it on the site. Crap. Give me a second here. All right, game log for Nestor Cortez. I'm just going to go in order. 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. But the Guardians, dude, they were working it last night. You want to go over walks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Pitcher earned runs. Is Cortez going to give up 3 or more runs? The over-under set at 2.5. I mean, again, if we're going to go anti-Nestor, we're going to do that and assume they're smoking. Over? It's plus 100. This would get us up to a boost of plus 240. Hits allowed is 5.5. Do you like that better?
Yeah, I think I do like that
Take
better.
off the runs, do over hits. You'd have to get 6 hits off of him. All right. Our anti-nasty Nestor. Under 5.5 strikeouts, under 18.5 outs, over 1.5 walks, and over 5.5 hits allowed. I've got plus 400. $5 wins me 30 with a boost. You like it?
I love it.
We're in. Other plays for the Guardians, just on the trends here coming up. The under keeps being, again, the under's 4 out of their last 6 games. Guardians are 6-3 straight up in their last 9. We're just 4-8 straight up in their last 12 against the Yankees. And again, the under 11 out of the Guardians' last 16 games on the road and 4 out of their last 5 games when they're at Yankee Stadium. Guardians are just 6-14 though in their last 20 games when they play as the underdog. Yankees over 5 out of their last 6 games at home. They play well on Wednesdays. They're 13-5 straight up in their last 18 games on a Wednesday. Take that for what it is. I think the Guardians, unfortunately, the Yankees are going to win. I like the under, though. Boo. I really like the under tonight. If they give me the hook on the 8.5, which I think they do, it's minus 120. Do it. Do it to it, Lars. All right, coming up, we got... Oh, no!
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
yeah, well...
Go ahead.
Group 1.
Go ahead.
American Pie.
I
don't like... How is Days confused on the first round?
I don't know. I'm not happy about it, and I honestly want to just have it advance, but we can't do that.
And then Group 2, Animal House, kind of ran away with it at the end.
Bit. All right. Groups 3 and 4 tonight, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Group 3, Breakfast Club, Revenge of the Nerds, 16 Candles, and Clueless.
Oh.
And then Group 4, School of Rock.
We should have put Days Confused over there.
Ferris Bueller and Accepted.
I'm going to say Superbad for that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Breakfast Club and
probably
Superbad.
Yeah, that's fine. There we go. All right, vote on that at Matt Fontana Show. Drennan coming up tonight. I'm going to join Bruce for his show tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 9 a.m. Hey, Warren Sharp tomorrow, 9:30. You're not going to want to miss it. Sharp Football Analytics. He's got all the insight when it comes to Watson and a great mustache. We'll talk to Warren tomorrow at 9:30. For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.